The Ministry of Finance has announced a second tax arrears recovery incentive program to run for a period of 6 months. We are now joined in the studio by Justus Mwafonge, Commissioner of Inland Revenue. Good evening, sir, and thank you for joining us in the studio this evening.
Good evening.
Let's start with the first question. What exactly is a tax arrears recovery incentive program, and what does this involve or entail?
Thank you very much. The Tax Area Recovery Incentive Program is a concession that is aimed at motivating taxpayers to settle their outstanding taxes. What it involves where the ministry is offering concession in terms of writing off 30% of writing off 70% of the interest owed and 100% of the penalty, based on the fact that if the taxpayer pays the 100% of the capital amount plus 30% of the interest balance, the remaining interest and the penalty will be then written off. The idea, the objective is to encourage taxpayer to settle the outstanding taxes.
There was actually a period where, everyone, the taxpayers, including business people, were actually given an opportunity, a certain period to do this. But what is necessitating now this extension of this recovery program, incentive program, that is?
Yes. What necessitated us to introduce the second incentive program is the fact that, of course, we have collected some money with the first program, and we would like to continue collecting more money. We want to recover what is owed to us. But secondly, there are people who were willing to participate in the first program. In fact, there are people who participated in the first program, but for some other reasons, they did not have all the means to continue participating fully in the first program.
So this is basically an opportunity to give them a second chance.
This is now an opportunity to give them a second chance so that they can participate fully.
Yeah.
But of course, we have also received some requests from the people to say the period was too short. So I think it's justifiable that we offer a second incentive program.
In other words, basically, this would now probably be ample time for everybody then. Let's hope so. But which sections of society are we targeting here? Is this for those who were unable to, or was there any group that was not included in the first program, the first deadline?
Yeah. No, the incentive program is open to all the categories of the taxpayer. That is your individual taxpayers and companies. And it's open for everybody to participate. Those that have started participating in the first program and those that have never participated in the first program. And not only for those that are owing taxes, but also for those people who are ought to have been registered as taxpayer but have never registered before. So we are calling upon them to come forth so that they can now register and do the right thing and be able also to benefit from the incentive program.
Now, how do we ensure that this time around we've got, we reach the right, the target groups basically, and especially where rural areas are coming into the picture, the taxpayers in the rural areas?
Yeah, first of all, we believe that with the previous incentive program, awareness has been created. Quite a number of people are now aware that paying taxes is an important thing to do. There's no point for one to run away. Secondly, we are using medias, like NBC and all the media houses to market the program. We are also sending specific messages. As you know, that we do send text messages through the cell phone numbers to people to invite them to participate in the incentive program. Equally, we are doing the same when we participate in the exhibition program throughout the country. We are making awareness of the program.
All right. Basically, we also wanted because we also know that evasion of tax is punishable by law, is an offense punishable by law. What are the consequences for one not paying one's tax and making sure that the tax returns are actually in order? And perhaps, you know, in the same vein, maybe to also ask how the public can get confirmation whether or not their taxes are in order.
Yeah. To start with your last question, the public is always welcome to visit our offices. We have tax offices throughout the country. We are inviting the public to visit our offices. The office of the commissioner, for example, is open to any member of the public to come in and lay their complaint. Evasion of tax, of course, is a punishable offense. We always say you can stay away for now, but you cannot run away forever. And the consequences is that if you do not pay, you will be caught one day, you will be assessed, and an amount will be determined that you owe, and that will be recovered. That can then lead for you, for example, losing properties. We have the power to appoint third parties, for example, the banks, the employers, you know, things like garnish orders and attachment of property. Yeah. And those are the actions that will be taken against those that did not, you know, for example, participate, and make sure that their tax accounts are up to date.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mwafonge, for making time to be with us in the studio on the news this evening. That was the Commissioner of Inland Revenue, Justus Mwafonge, sharing with us that the Tax Arrears Recovery Incentive Program will run from this month until next year, March.